Lead trembles in the dark. Kick snaps with a steady mark. Hi-hats fade then spark. Bass prowls like a shark. Street echo with flashing signs. Minor loops draw sudden lines. Rhythm pulls from hidden minds. Night becomes the grand design. Voices chopped in broken flight. Layers glowing sharp and bright. Tension coils holding tight. Something waiting in the night.
Neon shiver through the skin. It skeins and pulls us in. Lit screams with a metal grin. We surrender to the din. Das Gesang filtered sway.
This is solving filtered sway. Bass retreats far away. Echoes drift like clouds of gray. Countdown to the next array.
Explodes with heavy drive. Lead claws, fierce and alive. Chops scatter, multiply. Shiver takes the dive.
Neon bleeding into fade. Bass declines from the raid. Pulse dissolves unafraid. Shivers, memory stays made. Kick stomps in rigid might. Hi-hats flash bright and tight. Bass rumbles in the night. Lit sparks with restless bite.
Minor roots across the floor. Rhythm cracks an iron door. Loop repeats forevermore. Riot rises from the core. Layers tension in the air. Chops flick sharp everywhere. Build expands without a care. Ready for the sonic flare. Circuit riot breaks the grid. Beat reveals what once hid. Let motif run in mid. Chaos screams amid the bid. Bass dissolves in broken tones. Drums retreat to silent zones. Echoes fill the empty bones, waiting for explosive clones.
Kick erupts like crashing steel. Lead carved sharp, unreal. Top sacristan frenzy feel. Riot turns the final wheel.
Bass softens to a crawl. Lights fade down the hall. super small. Circuit ends its call.
Soft hum cracks into the scene. Kick hits sharp and clean. Hi-hat shimmer in between. Lead pulses cold and lean. Street lights flicker one by one. Bass repeats, no place to run. Minor motif weighs a ton. Night begins and we're undone. Chops rise like distant sparks. Layers blur the city dark. Tension claws with glowing marks. Ready to release the arc. Phantom drive through neon blue. Beat repeats like something new. Lead loops tight, cutting through. Rush unfolds in every hue. Filters sweep the bass aside. Silence opens wide and wide. Echoes flow like shifting tide. Waiting for the drop to collide. Waiting for the drop to collide. It detonates the room. Lead crashes with raw boom. Chops swirling smoky gloom. Phantom claims the gloom. Bloom. Detonates the room. Lead crashes with raw boom. Chops swirling smoky gloom. Phantom claims the gloom. Bloom. 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 Bass softens to a hum. Lights fade one by one. Pulse remains never done. Drive slows but won't succumb. Metallic hum breaks in slow. Kick begins its steady glow. Hi-hat shimmer as they go. Lead slices through the low.
Minor tones disturb the air. Bassline loops in rigid flare. Energy builds everywhere. Night becomes a sharp affair.
Chops flickered like a blade. Layers cut through every shade. Tension bursts but never fades. All the lines begin to break. Blade resonance cracks the floor. Beat repeats, asking for more. Lead swings wild in metal roar. Bass slams through the core.
Everything thins out to gray. Filter sweeps the bass away.
and shapes the weight in bay. One more breath before the fray. Kick drops heavy, fierce and bold. Late stripes, sharp and cold. Chops scatter uncontrolled. Resonance takes hold.
Pulse fades into the night, bass dims to gentle light, lead rests from burning flight, blade sleeps out of sight.
Kick taps like coded lines, hat shifting metal shines, bass on threads through the signs, lead pulses and minor designs. Electric tension fills the air, repeating bass ignites the snare, motif loops without a care, dark wire sings everywhere. Layers grow and start to bloom, chops echo in the room, pressure builds like rising doom, waiting for the sudden boom.
Dark wire signal takes the lead. Beat grows faster with its need. Loud motif begins to bleed. We accelerate with speed.
Bass fades in a filtered ring, pairs dissolve to nothing, air becomes a trembling thing, silence waits for what will spring. Kick shatters through the veil, it rips like
bass growls low with steady flare, late flickers, voltage rare. Neon cities start to bend, rhythm rushes without end. Minor keys they apprehend, speed becomes the only friend. Layers build with tightening pace, chops bouncing in open space. Tension curls, no time to waste. Energy begins to race. Shadow velocity breaks the night. Repeatedly cuts through the light. Beat pulls hard, holding tight. Everything surges into flight. Filter opens, space retreats. Silence echoes, empty beats. Sweeping paths, broken feet. Holding breath while time repeats. A kick slams, electrons collide. Lead spiral, while side to side. Go chops echo wide. Velocity rules the ride. Night fades, but rhythm stays. Bass hum soft and drifting haze. Shadows speed in quiet place, and in slow in neon gray.
Kick pulses steady and low. Hi-hats whispering cold glow. Bassline coils tight below. LED switches ready to go. Minor tension climbs inside. Loops repeat, amplified. Rhythm builds a rising tide. Night pulls open wide. Chops hover in the air. Layers spread everywhere. Fresh drums climb past repair. Drop approaches with the glare. Gravity shine. Gravity shine. Gravity shatter breaks the weight. Ready for the drop upgrade. Kick blast like falling stone. LED screams in fractured tone. Chops bending on their own. Gravity overthrow. Slow drift into calm. Bass hum soft like a song. Lid rest without alarm. Shadow leaves a charm.